I was just waiting for someone else to jump in. Well, then now is when I'd like to make that amendment, please, Mr. Mayor. I'll commence with, Mr. Mayor, I wish to move a very modest amendment to this motion, and it comes in two parts. I believe that should this amendment be adopted, we will do more to build a bridge of trust, goodwill and understanding between council, administration and the community, and other than any other single act we might perform. Part one is that council reduce its projected revenue by 10%, a total of 10%, which effectively is around 7.9%, taking into account the, I believe it's 2.1% increase, which was recommended for this financial year. This is not including, of course, the percentage expected for growth, that is, for new rateable properties coming onto rates. And part two, that the CEO prepare a report as to how he is able to achieve this reduction and present it to the next meeting of council for further consideration. I believe the reason I'm doing this is very simple. You might have noticed looking at the gallery today that no one is wearing a tuxedo, no one is wearing a ball gown, no furs, no lavish jewellery. Many of these persons are retirees. They dress within their means and founded on income they receive, which is quite regulated. Their lifestyle choices are limited and become more restricted year by year as prices and taxes increase, parallel with decrease in concessions. Yet year upon year, council has acted as if our community, our neighbours, those we represent and those we tax, those who rely on us to speak and act on their behalf, are a source of unlimited income. Council has spent money hand over fist with faint regard for its impact upon the residents and their standard of living and their quality of life. Council has just spent money because we are important and they just don't have a choice. It is now time for that to stop. Time to give the people back the money they earn that we, the council, should and can get along with easily, or get along easily without, I should say. This reduction in rates will aid many of our most powerless residents, returning them to a slight measure of independence. We don't need a budget increase every financial year. We need tighter fiscal control. We must take responsibility for council's business ventures which are hemorrhaging hundreds of thousands of ratepayers' dollars. We need to have greater wisdom when making choices and to employ a very strong parochial policy using local products and services first. Today, there is a possibility that if my fellow elected members support this motion, which is a very, very minor concession, but represents a major principle, a bridge may begin to be built between the City Council of Victor Harbor and those who by law are forced to maintain its ever-demanding and officious requirements. The protests of the people have been ignored and passed over for far too long. The time has come to keep our promises and pledges and to begin to heal and clear breakdown in understanding and the ever-widening chasm between the governed and the governors. Do we need to spend $80,000 on palm trees this year? No. Do we need to spend $300 a day transporting horses? No. Do we need any extra staff in this building when the existing staff will do? No. Do we need fancy fence or a fence of any kind around the railway turntable development? No. I ask you to consider, will our community be any poorer as a consequence of not spending this money this year? I believe no. So in conclusion, our CEO needs to go through this proposed budget with his directors and identify savings to permit the reduction of the bottom line to the aforementioned 10%. And as I said previously, provide a report to the next council meeting or special meeting. Our CEO has a comfortable salary somewhere around $230,000 plus the usual trimmings. How much money did our CEO save our community last financial year? I don't know. Were there productivity gains in the last financial year? I don't know. Is there a report on productivity? Is there a report on cost saving? If not, why not? If the report exists, I wish to have them tabled. And thank you, councillors. It's now over to you. And please show your support for our community.
Moving forward, everyone understand the amendment put up by Councillor Charles? All those in favour? And those against? As lost, thank you. Sorry, you have ended up for lost?
Hand up for a division.
Sorry?
I raise my hand afterwards for a division.
Oh, okay. No,
Good call,
thank you.
thank you.
All those in favour, please stand. Councillor Charles, no, sorry. Councillor Charles and Councillor Marshall. Against will be Councillor Chibin. Councillor Hales. Councillor Andrews. Councillor Griswold. Councillor Jenkins. And Councillor Scotland. Thank you.